So on July 7th, when I was dispatched to assist tips with the death notification, the information in the call was somewhat limited, but it referenced that an adult son had passed away. Tips was going to notify the father.
They determined that the father of the deceased was a Vietnam veteran and had suffered some PTSD along the way.
He really wanted to talk to a veteran, and as hard as Carol and I were trying to connect with him, we weren't.
Officer Estes immediately identified himself as a veteran and really made that connection with him.
He was making statements about, his son passing and not really having much left to be around for. So we continued to talk for quite some time, and I was eventually able to get him to go voluntarily to the hospital, seek out help.
He really became who the client needed him to be in that moment.
A lot of the officers here subscribe to the theory that you treat everybody like it is your family and how you would want your family to be treated. And I think Dan is an excellent example of that.
He met Wally on his level. I mean, he provided the emotional first aid we were unable to provide that day.
He's a problem solver, he's a fixer, and when he sees a problem, he's not willing to walk away from it till it's complete. He was one of the founding officers of our neighborhood enforcement team. And it's a specialized team that they go out and they're able to solve a problem as opposed to just putting a Band-Aid on it. Dan is one of the officers that set the bar on what that team would look like for the future. And that really, I think, when the day comes that he retires, that will be his legacy.
I really did leave Wally's house that day feeling like I was able to accomplish why I wanted to become a cop. I was really actually able to help somebody. Some folks don't want help. Sometimes we have to fix other people's problems, and it's fleeting, it's momentary. This was something I felt like not only did I leave an impression on him, but he left an impression on me.
He needed more than just a tip volunteer. He needed more than the hospital personnel that were there to serve him. But Officer Estes recognized that he needed somebody that could relate and reach out to him. He needed somebody that could understand what it was like to be a vet, to step aside from the badge and to be present and just sit in that discomfort with someone in the worst time of their life is exactly what he needed. So for this reason, the Trauma Intervention Program is pleased to recognize Gresham Police Officer Dan Estes with the 2018 Good Samaritan Award.